everybody. What's going on? Hope you guys have been enjoying the content of the channel as of late. I know that this is going to be a very, kind of crappy shake hand cam sort of video. I understand that it's not going to look that professional. Um, but to be frank, I am, fairly tired and I got to get ready for work tomorrow. Um, so I figured if I'm going to discuss Super Bowl, I figured just to do it right here from the comfort of my bed so that I don't have to get up and do all the lighting and shit. So we're just gonna do it here. And the lighting's actually not that bad right now. Um so yeah. San Francisco lost. It was actually a pretty tight game. Game wise, it was just boring as fuck. Nothing really happened. The whole halftime show of Usher was really just a snooze. Um, just as a event, it was just really lackluster, really boring. Um, but I mean, it was funny to see the Kansas City acting like fucking shitheads and just just being so aggressive. Um, that was entertaining, I guess, um, but um, but it was a decent watch. There were some decent moments here and there. Um, but film wise, because there were a few things that dropped, and I just kind of want to just give my 2 cents here and there, just because I won't really touch on the superhero stuff, like the Deadpool thing and stuff like that. Like you guys know, I'm pretty tapped out on superheroes. I mean Deadpool proper though, the first Deadpool I thought was fine. I never have been big on Deadpool, to be frank. Like the self-referential element that Deadpool bears, while I mean it's unique for what it is, it's also very specific because the jokes are in reference to today's pop culture or things that you would need knowledge of from the internet to really get the joke, um, or at least having a certain perspective that you know that may lend itself to being more entertaining. But um, so I mean, it can get a little kind of half baked for me when it comes to the jokes because there's such a specific type of demo that it needs to hit in order for it to resonate. Um, but just generally speaking, the attitude of Deadpool, I just always found kind of it's 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 charming at points, but also largely just kind of empty for me because I just don't find that sort of humor. Just not. I'm not saying it's offensive or anything. It's just I just don't find it funny. I just find it really just more quirky and more oh, look how clever we're trying to be in delivery. It's but but um, what I will say though, as I bring my phone down here because I'm getting tired. Um, what I will say, in reference to the trailer, is that it's way more tame, and that's a problem, obviously, because this is now Disney taking over for Deadpool, and um, the issue that comes from that is that Deadpool as a character is not necessarily tame, and the other two movies, while aren't my cup of tea, they're they're definitely humor based, more edge, driven. With this, it's way more in um, Disney's wheelhouse. There are some jokes that are kind of, it's more mild. I'll put it that way. Like Disney's version of Edge is more mild, and that's what the trailer kind of gave to me. It was just a very mild version of that character, and ultimately just a kind of a lesser version of itself. So I found it very mediocre. I'll put it this way: it is in behavior an MCU movie. It's not a Deadpool movie that just happens to be in the MCU. It is an MCU movie that features Deadpool, and I don't like that at all. But again, that's just my opinion. But moving on from that, we also had a Quiet Place trailer, um, which I'm not as crazy about after watching the trailer. It seems more action based, and I think that that's reversing the mentality of what a quiet place is. Because a quiet place is more conceptually interesting than what's happening in front of the camera. The first two movies were all about it's a survival horror. That's the genre that it's in, and with this, like it seems more like I'm trying to remember the trailer. Like it reminded me a lot of like World War Z, um, and like kind of whispers of Cloverfield. But I think in essence, like Quiet Place was like kind of inspired by Cloverfield. Um, I think there were like people thinking that the first Quiet Place was a like a secret Cloverfield movie. Um, but uh, yeah, I don't know. That it didn't really win me over. I don't like the personality change. The fact that it's leaning more on the action and you know being driven by that way. It just makes it seem flat. For another, I think the Planet of the Apes. I only saw the TV spot for that one. I didn't watch the trailer, just because I don't want to get spoiled too much. I'd rather go into that with not bearing as much knowledge. I don't give a shit about the Deadpool thing. I don't give a fuck. And A Quiet Place. I mean, the trailer and the spot are, from what I was told, like one or what I saw because I watched Super Bowl. Because A Quiet Place, that trailer came out a few days prior, so that's a different thing. So, but Planet of the Apes premiered a new trailer apparently, and I won't watch it. I probably will end up seeing it, probably in the theater or so. But for now, I'd like to not know anything. Um, but yeah, man, I'm getting concerned. I think that um, aesthetically, it is not as dazzling as the other three. I mean, I is it the same company? I think it is the same company. I don't know if it falls to the director on this or like if just Weta Digital or whoever does the other films is just not pulling their weight. But like aesthetically, it does not look that great. And not just by comparison, just on its own, it's not that great. Um, there's like a scene between I forget the guy's name. It's not even Caesar's son. Some random character, whoever our main character is, like he's on a horse charging at some other person, and it just looks rough. Um, and then they like try to improve other shots from the first trailer, and they've gotten worse. Like I don't know what they're like the texturing or how much layers they're putting in shots, but it's like it just makes everything look just really flat and um, less realistic, you know. But you guys, if you guys saw my video about Planet of the Apes a while ago, you guys know that I'm just not. I'm very concerned just because of the director, what he's choosing to do with this movie, thinking that Star Wars needs to be an element to Planet of the Apes, which it really, really doesn't. Um, but yeah, so I'm really concerned. I'm still gonna see it, but still very concerned. So um, I don't really care for Wicked. That was the other thing that popped up. I don't really care. The only thing I can say about it is that I did a stage play version of it. It was in class, not like being performed for people, but in house in class, we did a sketch, a play, or a little mini play for Wicked, and I actually got to play the witch. Um, so but I don't remember nothing about it. Like, I didn't read anything about it. I was just like, all right, I get to play a fucking witch. Cool, sure. Um, I really didn't give a shit about the play, honestly, because I actually had, it was like right before I was graduating and all this other shit. I just didn't care. I was like, whatever. Um, but yeah, it reminded me a lot of like Alice in Wonderland, but like the Johnny Depp one, which I've heard is not good. Um, a little bit of like Maleficent, like it reminds me of those crappy Disney live action movies. Um, the ones that people kind of poo poo a lot on. Um, but um, yeah, so I didn't really care for that. Um, it's supposedly in two parts. I don't know how the fuck the maybe an insurance payout again for that one because I don't really know who's interested to see it. I really don't know who's gonna be interested to see that movie, but yeah. Um, and I think that's it, right? There was a little thing for if. Don't care. I liked I forget who it was. Someone in our when we were watching Super Bowl was like, "This is one of the characters looks like Grimace from McDonald's." Um, so that got a little laugh. Um, but oh yeah, Twisters. Like, who the fuck was asking for that? Like, yeah, who wants another Twister movie? Like, was Twister a big deal? Like, I don't recall people really caring about it. I think that might have be just the internet talking. Like a lot of a lot of my generation just discovering that movie and giving it like attention. Because I don't know who the fuck was caring about Twister back then. It was Independence Day all day, every day in the 90s when it comes to like disaster based stuff. Um, so yeah, it looks ridiculous. You know what's crazy? Not one tornado, two of them. It's like Jesus fucking Christ. And the fact they're being like uber serious about it, it just makes it even more fucking like, you know. It'd be different if it was like full blown cheese, but they're actually trying to take it really fucking seriously, and it's like, bruh, no. It's two tornadoes, bro. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? No one cares. That's an example of like, why? Like, who? Like, I can understand in some other sequels, but it's like, who the fuck was asking for this? Nobody is asking for this. It's just dumb. But, but yeah. So, yeah, I just, it was a pretty collection of ads, basically. Um, I like the ad with the kids playing the tennis rackets. I mean, that was cute. Um, but trailer wise, it was pretty dull, pretty just absent. Like Super Bowl itself this year is just pretty absent. So, um, yeah, it was okay. So, yeah, so just giving my 2 cents on some of that stuff that popped up. Mostly didn't really care. Um, of the stuff, I mean, I got a kick out of Twisters just because of just the nonsensical, like, again, like, who the fuck is asking for that? Um, but the rest of the stuff, I'm just, yeah, not really caring too much. I will check out A Quiet Place potentially. I don't know. That trailer kind of turned me off a lot. Um, Planet of the Apes I will still seek out just because I'm curious to see what they do narratively, even if the aesthetics are not up to par. What was the other ones? I forgot what the other one was. Um, it'll come back. Yeah, it'll come back. But yeah, so yeah, it was okay. It was okay. So, but you guys let me know your thoughts on the Super Bowl. how you guys felt about the whole game. It was just a boring ass game. I mean, just fucking hell. But um, but you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And oh yeah, the Deadpool one, that was a trailer. Yeah, I don't care. I didn't care for that at all. Um, but you guys, what are your thoughts on all the ads, all the trailers, or some of the stuff you guys curious on? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And I'm gonna head to bed because I got some work in the morning. So, um, by the way, one more thing. There's a video that I was working on. I'm gonna try it again after I cut this video off. Um, I'm not entirely sure if it will upload or not because the file got corrupted. So I'm trying to work it out, seeing if I can somehow bypass it. Um, it may not come out though, but the funny part about it is that the video was about canceled films, and it's just hilarious how, in talking about cancellation, the video itself has now just been canceled, dead. You know, just kind of the irony in that, I think. But yeah, if that comes out, that'll come out. If not, just it just just an FYI if you notice that video pop up or not. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.